So I'm going to show you how easy it is to put these together. I have these in all of my raised beds. They come like this, and the first thing you're going to do is lay them out in your bed. So you're looking, they fit together kind of like a puzzle. So you're going to look for the pieces that are going to go into each other like that. And so you're just going to kind of lay it out and make sure you have the right pieces. And there's one little outlet that's going to be the input for the water. So you want to pay attention to where that is. And if it sits out in the sun for a little while, it's a little bit easier to put together than if it's cold. You basically can order them in any size configuration. These are 4x8 beds, so these are 4x8. One of the reasons I was drawn to these when I first saw them several years ago was I am a big fan of square foot gardening, and these have a grid. And a grid helps me stay organized. I'm kind of a chaotic gardener, but one of the problems I found with the grids that I had put on my square foot gardens is when it came time to add compost and things like that, it was really hard to mix it in because that grid was on top of the bed. And so one of the things I love about this is, as you can see on this one, when I need to add something in, it's easy to lift the entire grid up, kind of set it over here. I add in whatever I need to and rake it in. So that's one of the things I love about these grids. Another thing that I love is the even watering. There's holes drilled all along the inside. Each square is watered really well. Alright, so you make sure that you've got your valve right there. And what I did is I ran a drip line into each of the beds. That's what this line poking out is. So I'm going to be connecting this drip line to this valve. So the garden grids all come with something like this. It has a hose adapter. I'm actually not going to use that, but that's super easy. If you're connecting it to a hose, if you just got one bed or two beds, you want to just connect to a hose. I'm connecting mine to drip. So you're putting the small end right onto it like that. Got a little elbow piece here. So then I'm just going to snip both tubes right where I need to. So I'm going to cut that there. And I'm going to just slide this onto here. This is an elbow. Make sure this is underneath here. So I'll be able to move it and just slide it in there. Just snip somewhere along this line. Just cut it. And then I'm going to put both of these sides into here. And so when the water is going, all I'll have to do is just rotate this. This would be off, this would be on. But if I want to just be able to regulate the pressure and how high it's going, then I just hit this valve here. Now I'm going to turn it on and we'll see how it works. Alright, so I turned on my valve and you see we got a little bit of Bellagio going on here. So easy to fix. So right now I have full water pressure. So I'm going to turn this valve down a little bit so that there is less water pressure. And then a couple of these have just gotten twisted. So all you need to do is just twist them to the side, and instead of spraying up, then that water is going to go down. So when you're watering, you want to make sure that you're watering long enough that it soaks down in to a depth of several inches, but you don't need to overwater. Pay attention, especially those first couple of times that you put it on, and see how long that you need to water, and then just set your valve or your timer to that length. So there you have it. Gardening grids, by far my favorite way to water. So many great reasons, and my garden is done. It's all ready. I've got the soil in, beds put together, the watering grids are in. So excited because now I get to plant, and that's the best part.